The Pumpkin Man on the Edge of Willows. Hollow stood an abandoned farmhouse rotting under the weight of decades. Every Halloween, kids dared each other to sneak inside, whispering about the Pumpkin Man who once lived there. Some swore they'd seen his shadow moving past broken windows, even though the place had been boarded up since the 1960s. The story went like this. The farmer, Elias Crow, carved pumpkins so lifelike they seemed to breathe. He claimed the harvest gave them souls, and on Halloween night he would place one in every window of the farmhouse, their crooked grins glowing like fire. But one October, the townsfolk found the house empty. The only thing inside were rows of pumpkins, each carved with the face of someone from town. Their eyes were too detailed, too exact, as though Elias had captured their very spirits. And the townspeople? They had vanished. Decades later, the farmhouse still smelled faintly of rotting earth. Inside, the air was damp, heavy with mold, but on Halloween night, candles flickered in the windows again. The pumpkins always returned, fresh and grinning, no matter how many times the boards were nailed shut. One October evening, a group of teenagers, daring each other of course, decided to stay until midnight. They lit their flashlights and walked through rooms that creaked with every step. The wallpaper peeled like dead skin, rats scattered. Yet the strangest part was how warm it felt, like the house itself was breathing. Then they found it, the cellar door. The smell hit first, sour and sweet like rotting fruit. Against their better judgment, they went down. Lined across the dirt floor were pumpkins, rows and rows, each carved with human faces. Some were crying, some were screaming. Some looked exactly like people the kids knew from town. Teachers, mailmen, even their own parents. One girl screamed and dropped her light. When another picked it up, the beam caught something in the corner. A scarecrow stood slumped against the wall, dressed in tattered overalls, a rotting pumpkin for a head. As the light hit it, the pumpkin's carved mouth widened into a fresh grin. Seeds dripped like saliva. The scarecrow straightened, bones cracking like branches. "You came back to feed me," it rasped, the voice deep, hollow, full of soil. The cellar door slammed shut, trapping them in. Upstairs, the other pumpkins in the windows all flickered to life. One by one, their toothy grins glowing in the dark. By morning, the farmhouse stood silent again. No trace of the teenagers was ever found, except 5 new pumpkins, sitting proudly on the windowsill. Each one carved with their terrified faces, forever frozen in a scream, and every Halloween since, the candles still burn, daring the next curious soul to step inside.